Hey everybody, welcome back to Podcasts and Such, where we are watching My Hero Academia Season 5, or at least the OVAs this time.
Yeah.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Luke.
And today we'll be discussing Hero League Baseball and Laugh as If You're in Hell.
Indeed.
Indeed, yeah.
Indubitably.
Yes. Yeah, I've been meaning to... There's like a video essay out there that's in my to-watch queue called something like Baseball is the most cinematic of sports.
Oh, interesting.
Because I think it is one of the more easy to visually keep up with, as well as kind of easily understood.
They do, there's just a ton of baseball movies, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of baseball media, I guess.
A lot of baseball media. Well, it's just because it's easier to depict than I say, like, football or whatever, and...
Yeah.
Even though there are football movies, of course, but...
Yeah, there are. But, well, and I guess, like, any medium that you would watch, you know, any sport is something that you watch people do, and so there's a way to do that cinematically.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do think there is something particularly, like, animeable about
baseball.
About baseball, just like, like breaking bats and, like,
exactly, which is why there's been like I think Dragon Ball Z Super had like a baseball episode. I know that One Piece has a baseball short film.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I think there's also just an aspect of, like, the Japanese sort of a obsession with American culture.
mm-hmm.
You know, where it seems like Japan and America kind of have a back and forth as far as
sure.
Americans are super into Japanese stuff and Japanese are super into American stuff.
Right. I mean, well, they have their own baseball leagues out there.
Right, but as far as I know, I could be very wrong about this. I know baseball was at least considered America's pastime.
Oh, sure.
But didn't America also invent baseball, or?
Oh, I'm pretty sure we invented baseball, but I'm just saying that, like, domestically, if you're in high school or whatever, you might play baseball in Japan.
Right, but even I would say even a fandom of baseball played by Japanese people is in a certain way
adopting an American thing.
An example of Japanese people enjoying American culture.
Oh, sure, that and another video that is not in my to watch later anymore because I did watch it. Rating because apparently Denny's is very often depicted in anime enough that there was at least like 40 examples on that list.
Goodness, okay.
It is a very long list. It's a good video. I'll link it.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so American style diners, American sports, yeah.
So it's kind of like it's just like if there's episodes of American TV where they go to Japan or something, that sort of thing. It's iCarly, I go to Japan.
And so there's there's Japanese depictions of either foreigners coming to Japan or whatever and being American or whatever. Yeah. And also baseball.
Exactly. Yes. So that is, it does make sense that if an anime is going to delve into a sport, baseball might be, one of the better sports to do that with.
Oh, sure. Well, I know there's like a bunch of soccer anime, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and
soccer, there's slam dunk, there's basketball.
Yeah, I think there's probably anime for every sport at this point.
Oh,
or at least any major sport. Maybe they haven't done one for water polo yet, but
I would not be surprised. I feel like that. Well, anime is getting so like niche and specific, especially with like light novels.
Yeah.
Like you're always seeing those like really specific titles. Ooh, I ended up in another world because I stepped on a snail. Like
yeah.
It's so specific. Everything's so niche. I feel like they've probably done it right.
Sure. It's possible. But I just remember seeing like sports anime, like what was it, like Eye Shield?
Yeah, Eye Shield. That's like
Eye Shield 21 or something.
Is that football or soccer?
That's football. Yeah,
okay.
That's football because it's got the Eye Shield, the visor or whatever.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think I never watched or read any of that. So.
Oh no, I only know it because it was in
knows?
the Shonen Jump that we have. In one of them, at least.
Oh right, yeah. I probably read a chapter then at some point.
Wait, hold on. I feel like that person also like made something else that I think I know about.
Yeah, and then I remember King of Tennis as well.
Prince of Tennis.
Yeah, sure. No, I'm talking about the sequel.
Yeah. This is where he finally becomes king.
Where he finally becomes king, yeah.
Oh, and then one of the most popular series of the past like few years was called Haikyuu, which is about volleyball. Haikyuu just means volleyball.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. I'm looking at the cover of the Eye Shield manga, and it looks like he has a shield in front of his eyes on the football helmet.
I know who. So the illustrator of Eye Shield is Yusuke Murata, and he does the artwork for One Punch Man.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
He does the artwork like the covers of the manga.
Well, he does. Well, so One Punch Man is currently being kind of. I don't know if one ever finished his original writing of it or not. He may have, but I can't remember, and I haven't thought to look it up in a while. But maybe this podcast will finally push me to do so. But Murata is redrawing the entire thing.
Oh, nice. So, some hero had to do it.
And he's been redrawing it for like ever. And also, I don't want him to touch Mob Psycho 100 ever. It just needs to look the way it looks.
Nah. So he'll be a hero and redraw that one too.
No, he won't. He won't. In my eyes, he will not. But and there's like the story of like where Murata like had like a really bad like illness or something. Mm-hmm. And as he lay in his like hospital bed or something, he was like, I really want to draw One Punch Man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how he decided to go contact One and say, hey, I'm going to redraw your manga.
Right. Hey, I mean, not all heroes wear capes.
You don't understand One. I'm sorry that One's too high concept for you. I'm sorry he's beyond your comprehension.
Oh, yeah. I just don't understand the irony.
No, it's not even irony, it's sincere. It's too sincere. Too sincere for you.
No, I just had this professor in college who would say that.
Oh, yeah?
He was talking about, well, he talked about one time how much it annoyed him when like he would critique something or something like that. He was a literature professor.
Mm-hmm.
And someone would be like, oh, you just don't understand the irony.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, I think I got it.
I'm sure he heard that phrase a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why he would be annoyed by that. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's One Punch Man stuff.
Yeah, One Punch Man stuff.
I forgot what we were doing here.
We're talking about baseball, really, is what we're
baseball,
supposed to be doing.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, so not like a ton to say about either of these OVA in my opinion. I'd say that I liked the baseball one better, but the laughing one is more of like an actual story.
Yeah, see, I liked the laughing one better personally.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, like I said, that one's more like narratively sound.
Well, as we have established, I don't care about the majority of these characters.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, I was also like, okay, so one of them has like an okay story, but does have to in Todoroki in it.
Yeah.
And then the other one is like, just kind of, the hijinks and a bunch of characters that Luke doesn't like.
Yeah, I do like Sun Eater. I like him.
Sun Eater's great. Well, and so, like, I don't know if you felt this too, but like at the beginning, I was just kind of like, I feel like Sun Eater's gonna come out in clutch. He's gonna end up being the dark horse MVP here somehow.
Yeah, they didn't really.
Maybe I was just hoping for too much there. I was like hoping he would be like, oh, I want to go home, and then they told him, but Amajiki, you can go home if you win, and then he would, or something like that. Like
right.
I thought that would be his like narrative in this, but it was not.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they didn't do a lot with him.
No.
I was having a hard time just because I don't really know these characters super well. Keeping up with like who was on whose team and what was.
Yeah, that was a little hard because they didn't wear like uniforms.
They didn't have any uniforms or anything like that.
Y'all don't even want to design some nice baseball outfits for them or give them some kind of like hats at least.
Yeah. It's. I don't know. They just kind of wore their hero costumes,
Yeah. Well, and then like I felt like the rules were like a little bit inconsistent. It's like, oh, you can't throw a baseball bat at the pitcher. That's against the rules. But then they're all like freaking punching each other. like,
right.
It's like, wait, why is it fine to hit the batter?
Yeah.
Is it only the pitcher you're not supposed to hit?
Yeah. Yeah, it was loose on purpose.
Yeah, which I mean, like again, like I kind of is fine for hijinks.
Yeah, which is basically the point of the episode.
Yeah, showing off some powers and stuff. Yeah,
the intention of the episode certainly wasn't to figure out which set of heroes would win in a regulation baseball game.
No, we did not figure out who would win in a regulation baseball game. No.
Yeah. So.
No. But yeah. I'm trying to think of any like highlights. I actually watched this episode several days ago, and I wasn't gonna be. I watched it before I went on my trip this weekend, and then when Sunday night came around, it's like, do I really feel like watching these again? Not really, but.
Ooh.
I mean, because they're not the best. That
is not a testament to the quality of these episodes.
Well, I'll say I like Bones's OVAs better, anime-only episodes better than Toei's. I'll say that.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Toei does.
Toei does like One Piece and stuff and Dragon Ball.
Right. Yeah.
One Piece filler episodes are such a slog to get through.
It's wild to me that there's even time for filler, but I guess.
Well, they don't Well, so the reason you do a filler is because you don't want to catch up with the manga.
Right.
So, and recently they've been kind of avoiding catching up with the manga by just kind of stretching it out.
We know what happens when you catch up with the manga. Right. Full Metal Alchemist 2000.
Well, I mean, it's not that they were surprised that they caught up with the manga.
Yeah.
They just decided to do that, Because
No. I'm just saying we know what happens then.
Yeah.
Which is they have to make up their own ending.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and so Toei would like to keep their time slot, and they would like to keep producing episodes year-round, so sometimes they do filler arcs or episodes, but nowadays they just kind of stretch things out. Filler arcs. Naruto had a lot of filler arcs, I think.
Yeah.
That's Studio Pierrot, I think. Famously, yeah. But Toei now just does like recap episodes and stretches out regular episodes a little too much for me. So, because they have almost the same amount of episodes as manga chapters for One Piece now.
I would love to see Toei take a crack at it, though.
Just ending One Piece.
Yeah. Do a test run. Just
do a test run to see how everybody feels about this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just take a crack at it. What do you think the One Piece is?
What do I think the One Piece is? Toei?
No, Toei.
No, Toei. I don't know what Toei thinks the One Piece is. That's a good question.
What do you think the One Piece is? Spoilers.
I don't really know. There's this whole thing with the ancient weapons, Pluton, Uranus, and Poseidon. I don't know if it might turn out to be Uranus. We haven't accounted for that one yet. And then there's the one theory that this guy made like 7-hour-long videos about, mostly for like setup. And then the last one was about like what the One Piece actually is. Man, I'm gonna be linking a lot of videos this time. Yay! Yeah. These are fun to link. I like putting things in the show notes for people to enjoy.
Because all those people that
I do it for all of our loud and loving fans.
True.
The ones we absolutely have.
Yeah.
So, and this person argued that the One Piece is a song. Mm-hmm. And it's a song we've already heard.
Oh. Weird.
Well, it's on the song's called Bink's Sake. And it's been around since around volume 50 or so. And Oda had written it like around the time he started the series. Because there's a lot of celebrating in One Piece.
Why would that be the One Piece?
For like unity or something, or there's also, so what you don't know is that Luffy has a secret dream. That we don't know what it is exactly yet, but that being king of the pirates is like a means to an end. So.
Okay.
And some people, is it like to, what is it? Because it has to be absurd because everybody who's heard it has been shocked or laughed about it.
Okay.
But we, the audience, don't know it. And so it's either something like, this guy's theory, the guy who thinks it's a song, says that he wants to throw the world's biggest party. For like unity's sake, because it's a very divided world that they live in. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is going to be. I don't think it's going to be.
One Piece was supposed to like bestow power or something.
No, it just happens to be whatever Roger left on that island.
Roger just left something.
Yeah.
And if you get that thing, you're king of the pirates?
Yeah, basically, king of the pirates isn't like an actual authoritative position.
Okay.
It's like not an actual like thing. That was just like what the newspapers started calling Roger, and Roger was like, "Oh, hey, king of the pirates, that sounds cool. I like that. Whatever."
Yeah.
And then at his execution, he was like, it'd be really funny. They think they're getting rid of me, king of the pirates, and that we're gonna stop all this piracy. What if I made like everybody really, really want to be a pirate?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell them all about my treasure. Yeah. It's a fun series. I like it. And if y'all have any One Piece dealies, email us at podcastandsuch@gmail.com. If you want to talk about One Piece.
Now I'm back. Okay.
Yay. Luke's back. Yeah. One Piece. So yeah.
One Piece. Yeah.
Baseball and One Piece. And One Piece had a baseball commercial too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want another Mario baseball game. Mario Super Sluggers.
Did we ever play that together? Or?
No, I don't think I ever owned it.
I don't think you did, no.
I might have played it at a friend's house once.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Super Sluggers.
Good time.
Baseball.
Yep.
Wii Sports.
Eee. Oh, Mr. Smiley.
Mr. Smiley. Yeah,
I
would make a Banksy joke, but the show already did it for me.
Yeah, is that art supposed to be based on Banksy, I guess?
I mean kind of, vaguely. I guess.
Yeah.
Vaguely. I'm trying to, I don't know if gonna try and find this out really quick. I wonder if that was a dub only joke or not. Because I know that Banksy is internationally known and all that jazz, but I do have to wonder, did they just say that for the dub? And also, Banksy now exists in the My Hero Academia universe, at least to Bones. I don't know how canonical these OVAs are considered.
True.
Because they might be not considered canon at all. Who knows? And I think the movies are considered canon unless stated otherwise or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
There's levels to canonness sometimes, you know?
Yeah, I would assume that you assume canonicity unless otherwise contradicted.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, let's see if I can find out quickly if the Banksy line was a thing. It was like right at the beginning of the episode, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember I was like, oh, he's like Banksy or something, and then they're like, oh, he's like Banksy or something. I guess last time we'll see these OPs and EDs. Oh, I forgot to set it to Japanese. I was like, oh wow, he's saying like the exact same things they were saying in English.
He's even speaking in English.
Well, I've got it muted, so.
Oh, okay. I was like,
yeah, I've got it muted. I was just reading subtitles, and I was like, oh wow, they're saying the exact same things they said.
Okay.
Maybe I should have waited till I got to the Banksy line so I could remember.
Yeah, I remember where the Banksy line
the exact was. Time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Bakugo who said that?
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll let this be a problem for future Jay to find out.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, so you said you like this one a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean it flowed.
Yeah, it's a story with a beginning, a middle, and an end. Yeah.
Had a story, had an interesting character.
Yeah.
Interesting concept. There was some good gags, like Deku keeps flying into the wall.
Yeah,
having a bloody head, where like everybody else is just kind of laughing on the floor, right? You know, but
but he gets some brutal head injuries every time.
Yeah, it's like that was wild.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah.
And then I liked them when they tried to have Bakugo fight the Mr. Smiley blindfolded.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is in like the sub either or what they did in Japanese for this, but like they just had Endeavor like calling out what sounded to me like random like chessboard spaces or maybe not even that, maybe just random coordinates or something, you know?
Yeah, I didn't even think of a chessboard. I was like, man, they just really couldn't give them like something like much clearer to understand whatever. They just kind of threw that in the script.
No, I think it was supposed to be ambiguous because they didn't really actually know how you would direct someone flying around
Yeah, because it would be directing on both the X, Y, and Z axis here, so.
Yeah, but they were saying, like, E and stuff, like...
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you're directing
like,
somebody in all
there was, like, chess
three...
moves in there, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that I think they did just kind of say a bunch of nonsense, and then we're like, y'all get the point, right? Like, he's directing him, it's... whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that to me was hilarious. They straight up just made up crap for Endeavor to say, and you're supposed to be like, "Whoa, Bakugo's really doing it."
Yeah, he's good at everything,
Yeah, that was fun.
And then of course Endeavor was only invested in this because his own house got graffitied on.
Right. There was that.
And before that, he was like, "Oh, you tough." You guys.
And then I thought it was really funny. I thought it was really funny how, like, they kept trying to run up to this smiling man, and obviously we're unsuccessful. And I just kept thinking, I was like, somebody should just like pull out a gun.
And there were guns later in this episode.
Right. That's what was so funny is then guns come out.
Yeah.
And what I thought was the funniest about that was that they finally catch them at the end via the Laughing Man. There's that resolution where Deku defends the Laughing Man's art because all of a sudden Deku likes art or something, Well,
it's not that he even likes the art, he likes the intent behind the art.
Yeah, he cares about that this guy cares a lot about his art or whatever,
Yeah, because he cares about dreams.
Dreams.
Deku.
Yeah, but yeah, so then the robbers come in and Laughing Man helps them capture these robbers. What I thought was really hilarious was this like superfluous line threw in from like the news anchor or whatever, where she was like, wow, these guys were on like the most wanted list. And I'm like, in a world with like the freaking
All for One and Stain and
paranormal
the paranormal
liberation front.
The paranormal liberation front. Yeah. Well, I think so first of all, those guys are all underground. And the power vacuum that has been left by All for One and Stain, maybe those are the only jabronis left, really.
We have several. We know of several hero agencies that operate on a daily basis. There has to be supervillains out there, right?
Yeah, the more I think about it, the more you're right. They really didn't have to throw in that line.
That was a weird line to throw in. Like,
he saved a bunch of people from getting shot. Is that not enough?
Well, it's like it's not even that what they did wasn't like good or anything. Yeah, it's just that like why did these guys have to be like the most wanted?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That you're right. It is very superfluous.
It was just 3 people with machine guns. It's like
like that's not that hardcore.
That's a warm up.
Yeah,
for the superheroes, right?
You are correct.
It's like they had a hard time catching these guys?
Yeah. Apparently, I don't know. Maybe it's like we forgot to bring the guy with the gun immunity.
Yeah, which is most of them.
Yeah. I can think of at least 3 or 4 heroes with gun immunity. Yeah.
So I was like,
just off the top of my head, and probably more.
So it'd be funny to find out if that's like a line that was oh well, I guess this is all non-manga, right?
Yeah, this is all non-manga. Yeah,
but maybe in the
these
Japanese,
are not adapted from.
I guess in the Japanese they would probably say the same thing, right?
Yeah, I don't think the English would have added in something like that. The reason I think that Banksy might be like an English only line is just because
American reference.
Yeah.
But we have covered already that Japanese people love America.
Oh yeah, and again, and you're right. His art was kind of like Banksy-esque kind of ish. Yeah,
there was that, and then just like just the trope of like any street art, right? Anyone sees street art and goes like, "Is that Banksy?"
Banksy? Yeah. It is a very pedestrian way to look at art.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, definitely, yeah. And then Deku made a GeoCities page for Mr. Silent.
Yeah, crazy.
I made you a website. How do you buy that domain name, Deku?
Yeah. I thought Mr. Smiley's like character design was kind of weird.
He did have those big old Popeye arms.
Yeah, he had enormous hands.
I think I like that the most about him, and maybe it's because they're like at least maybe just one character in One Piece like that.
With severe elephantitis of the hands.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta send you this guy.
Okay.
Because that's all I could think of when seeing them. But,
it's really weird to me when there's that mix of like very normal looking people and then people with like strange proportions.
Yeah, I would say like with One Piece, almost everybody in One Piece is a little outside of the norm. But in this show, I'd say like off the top of my head, I can really only think of like freaking Fat Gum.
Yeah.
Is kind of outside of usual proportions.
Yeah.
And that's just within actual like humanoid designs, because like Shoji, tentacle hands guy, Shoji Duplo arms, with the mask, Yeah, he doesn't exactly have the most humanoid of designs, right? In the first place, so he's not just like weird proportions.
There's a couple.
He's something entirely different.
There's a couple of odd, like Birdmen and things like that,
Yeah, but again, they're not like different proportionally.
True. That yeah, but it's the weirdest part.
Like, they don't look like a cartoon.
The weirdest part about Bird Guy is that it doesn't seem like that's even his quirk.
It's not his quirk.
There's just a race of bird people hanging out somewhere.
Yeah, man.
That we don't ever see.
Well, presumably his parents.
Yeah.
But, presumably.
Well, there can't just be like just two more. This has to be like a lineage of people.
Oh, sure. 80% of the world's population has these special quirks.
But we established it's not the quirk.
Well, I wonder if he would count as having two quirks, because like,
that's the question. Is it a quirk? I don't think so. I think there's just
there's
canonically in this world there is a race of bird people.
Well, that's what's been referred to as heteromorphic quirks, and like, Spinner, the Gecko Man, has his quirk is just gecko.
Yeah.
He
just is a gecko.
He just is a gecko, like how Sue is a frog.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was trying to get like a good image of this guy with like his arms. So, showing you pre and post time skip of this guy. The picture on the left is post time skip. The picture of the right is pre time skip. Frankie.
What the crap, man?
Now, to me, I actually think that his post time skip designs, I really like them, actually.
Yeah, the big Popeye arm.
Yeah.
Arms.
Yeah.
I guess if you're gonna go weird and wacky, go all the way.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the first his pre-time skip design is so it's a half measure.
Sure.
And so you go post time skip and he's just like, I'm going all out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Does that seem to be a theme that like this Oda or whatever, is that his name? Oda?
Oda, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just went wild and wonky with character designs post time skip.
In some ways, yeah.
Because that's when everyone ends up well endowed.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of drawn that way near the end of pre-time skip, anyways.
Okay.
And some of those stranger proportions kind of come from the anime rather than the manga.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, like I think they just kind of, I don't know, they get a little sloppy sometimes over at Toei. They're not getting paid enough to draw these guys.
Oh, okay.
Huh. So there's some cheaper looking episodes where they're just like draw them big, just get them out there.
Okay.
You know?
Gotcha.
So I think some of the weirder proportions are from the anime rather than the manga, but there is definitely a difference between Volume 1 Nami and Volume 50 or whatever, you know?
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. There's definitely a difference, yeah.
There's a big difference.
Yeah. Man, you're gonna make me. I'm gonna have to look up so much. I always tell myself I'm gonna be easier on myself in certain episodes of what I want to look up. But I never make it easier for myself.
Okay. That's fine. Devote yourself to your craft.
Oh, sure. Well, and recently I've been just cranking out audio first.
Yeah.
Getting all the audio out of the way because I got bored listening to episodes twice back to back. Because that's how I do. I edit it once, listening to it all the way through, and then I put the images up.
Yeah.
When I have to listen to it again.
Okay.
So I end up listening to these episodes twice. And I got bored of listening to them twice in a row. So I was like, I'm just gonna plow through all the audio that I'm behind on, and then video.
You didn't love the. You didn't love every second of it.
No, I mean I'm enjoying it. I just get kind of bored listening to it twice in a row.
But there's so many classic moments to relive.
So many. I'm sure you remember all of them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're in the final episode of this season. What was favorite bits?
Oh man,
let's go.
I liked the one where I questioned why they would call those criminals most wanted.
I mean, we truly peaked at this episode, really.
Yeah.
Isn't that Mr. Beast's philosophy of YouTube? Every episode, everything he makes has to be better than the last.
Yeah.
We're truly
that is the
Mr.
philosophy
Beast
of this podcast.
Of anime podcast.
Yeah. Truly.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Mr. Smiley.
Indeed.
Yeah, I was wondering if I knew as soon as they introduced this whole laughing thing or whatever, you know, I knew Todoroki was going to get hit by it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure which way they were going to go. Are they going to make it super subdued, or are they going to make him like really unexpectedly like loud or something? And they went with subdued.
Yeah, they had him try and hold it in.
Yeah.
Todoroki don't laugh.
Licking your freaking headphones. Putting it in his mouth. Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Todoroki.
So true.
Yeah, it's true. He is Todoroki, yeah.
Shoto. Well, is there anything else?
Not that I can think of. I mean, it's two okay OVAs.
Very aggressively okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing about like most anime filler and all that.
Yeah,
I've never seen something that really impressed me.
Mm-hmm. Besides the Reagan OVA, right?
Yeah, that one was like a pretty good recap, and I do think that the Hot Springs one, I think that's one of the better anime OVAs. I think it's not like even an amazing episode or anything. It's just like a little bit better than the most.
Yeah.
One day, Studio Bones, will you animate the Reagan spinoff? Will you do it? Will you do it for me? Will you do it for this podcast?
We'll watch it.
We'll watch it, Bones. Also, Crunchyroll. I was looking around. Y'all still haven't released season 3 on a Blu-ray, and I would very much like it.
Nice.
I'll purchase it with money.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Even if you don't put any extra content.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like with freaking HBO Max removing like everything.
Oh, you're getting a little...
I'm worried about the state of shows and stuff, you know?
Yeah, you getting a little panicky about media loss?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm trying to collect what I can. So like I tried to find I need to know if I have the first 7 seasons of Adventure Time on Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they released 8, 9, and 10. I think there was a 10. I don't actually remember how the seasons are divided at the end there. Right. I don't know if they made a Blu-ray for 8, 9, and 10, or if they just put it all in the big Blu-ray release. Like, the reason I had to, I recently spent a little bit of gift card money. Uh-huh. The reason I had to kind of buy a bunch of bits and bobs is because I couldn't find the full series of Adventure Time Blu-ray. I would have shelled out for that had I found it.
Okay. They don't have that on like Amazon?
Not anymore. They're out of stock.
Oh wow.
I think they usually sell it at like either like Walmart or Target or something.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know, is 8, 9, and 10 out there? Like, just as individuals. I forgot if they stopped like doing that. And then another concern of mine is the fact that season 1 has like 4 episodes of commentary on it from voice actors. Uh-huh. Then 2, 3, and 4 have commentary from like all the storyboard artists and stuff.
I am seeing a DVD of the final seasons.
Okay.
With Flame Princess on it.
I'll have to look that up. Hold on. Because I did order in my big order the Distant Lands specials, which are these hour-long specials that were on HBO Max. Okay, the 8th season has Flame Princess on it. What's season 9 get?
I see Peppermint Butler.
Okay, yeah, so it looks like they did release it individually. Okay.
Yeah, but this one...
Yeah, the 10th and final season. Okay, yeah. Oh, are they all Australian? Is that how it's going?
I see one of them.
Okay. That might be how it is. Because they did that with like the Steven Universe movie, and we never got like a Blu-ray in America.
Dumb.
It's very dumb. I think in Cartoon Network, you gotta sell physical media, especially if you're gonna keep taking stuff off of HBO Max.
Well, now it's just Max.
I refuse to call it that.
You're taking a stand.
Max. Oh yeah, did you hear about Twitter?
Yeah, it's gonna be rebranded as X.
Yeah. That's bad SEOs.
Yeah, it is. The idea, Atriarch has talked about this, where it's like they want to sort of use Twitter as a launching point for like a multimedia app.
Sure.
So
but
it's like
you could have come up with like a slightly better name.
Yeah. I mean, it's the kind of thing where it's like, I'm sure that's going to be the name of the overarching thing.
And then it's got a little...
If it does ever, if it goes well, that'll be the name of the overarching thing. And then, Twitter will be eventually called something else under that umbrella.
Oh, sure. Yeah, so
they're just
the umbrella.
They're just kind of trying to establish the brand right now.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like all of this is going to crash and burn so hard.
Oh, probably. Yeah. I'm just saying if.
Yeah. But you're right. I guess it is. Well. Yeah, I guess so. You're saying this is supposed to be the umbrella for the whole multimedia.
Yeah, the vision.
And then Twitter is like a bit of it.
Yeah. The vision would probably be to have like this brand called X or this app called X, and then like you have access to all these other apps and features. Like there's a Twitter part, there's like a video part, blah blah blah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And then at that point, they'll probably call it something else, something more like Threads or something like that.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like I'm like, I have so many like links in our show notes of like Twitter stuff. And I think about its collapse all the time.
Yeah, all those things are still gonna link to Twitter.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. So I'm just saying, if Musk keeps driving things into the ground,
yeah,
one day Twitter just might be absolutely obliterated.
That's true. I saw one that was really great. One meme where it was like, it was the end of Planet of the Apes. But with the broken, shattered like Twitter bird. That's what they find at the end.
Oh, sure.
That was good.
Really our Ozymandias,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, onward to season 6, everybody.
Season 6. Last
onward.
One. Then it's over.
And then season 7 will get made.
Maybe.
No, that's been confirmed.
Ostensibly.
It's been confirmed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but did you? I don't know if you wanna. Well, I am trying to think of something short for us to watch, like in the in between of My Hero and all that. But I don't know if you wanted to take like season breaks or whatever, like where we do something in between, or like if you want to keep going now.
Yeah, I'm cool to keep going through this season 6 so I can actually remember things.
That's true, yeah, because I was thinking about our conversation we were having last week and how much I am just so geared towards these kinds of shows because I carry things with me, you know?
Yeah.
All the time and turn it over in my mind and think about it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. But I will be here to remind you what things are.
Yeah, exactly. That's your function.
Yep. What was the first episode of season 6 called? A Quiet Beginning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bet it's gonna be quiet.
Yeah, I bet it'll be really quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
No OP. We're just gonna sit quietly.
Oh yeah. Do you think there will be a new OP?
Well, yeah, it's a new season.
I don't know how this works.
Okay, well, so we get 2 OPs per season, per core of episodes, as they call them.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, we'll get a new OP and ED. Thank you for listening to podcasts and such. Join us next time as we watch season 6, episodes 1 and 2. See you then.